once you create this vision in your mind, it's how am I going to get there now? And that's when I come into play. But first, you got to create your own vision. And it's not external. The vision created is inside of you.
Oh, Kaijus, what's up? It's your boy Kaiju Kong, aka 2K, emerging from the depths of sweet solitude to bring you some more Sigma, Soul, Sustenance. Right, very pumped today, guys, because I'm gonna give you some more knowledge and some morale boosting substance, if I can say that. Anyway, this video was brought to you by a brother named Nguyen Quan Min, who asked me on Instagram, Sigma males, we are quiet, yet we can still blend into society being quiet. How do we do this? And essentially, what is the meaning of quiet confidence, and what the hell is quiet confidence? My friend, thank you very much for the video suggestion. Instead of answering you on the DMs, I thought to give a video to the rest of the brothers out there to maximize the value of this information. Quiet confidence, let's get into it. Quiet confidence sounds very ironic, doesn't it? Quiet confidence doesn't taste good. How is that? How is that possible? Thing is, with us introverts, there's this misconception where we connect confidence with extroversion, because we see extroverts mingling with other people. We see extroverts being the outspoken ones. See extroverts being the loud ones. They're the ones who like being under the spotlight. While us introverts, we prefer to keep to ourselves. We prefer to be soft-spoken. We prefer to not go under the spotlight. And so, as a result, it's not surprising that we see extroverts as the more confident people, or more confident ones. Well, here I am to say that Kaiju Kong is here to crash yet another party, destroying another empire, so to speak. Because here I am to say that extroversion and introversion are just traits of human beings. And it doesn't mean that extroversion is a gift and introversion is garbage. No, here I am to say that introversion, in fact, is a gift. Introversion is a blessing. Put that in your head. Keep that in your Sigma soul, guys. Introversion is a blessing. Introversion is a gift. It depends on how you use that introversion and how you channel that introverted energy that puts you out on the top. Remember, if you are a fish, you cannot compete with the monkey on the ability to climb a tree. A fish is always gonna lose that battle. Therefore, introverts, we have our own battlefield, and extroverts, they have their own battlefield. And if introverts try to fight on the battlefield of an extrovert, we're always gonna lose, my friend. So, already at this moment in time, accept that you are an introvert, acknowledge that, and then tell yourself, what are you gonna do about it? Are you gonna improve, or are you gonna say, oh, life has dealt me a bad hand and I'm just gonna be a loser the rest of my life? No, that's the thing. Sigma males, we are introverted alphas. We are introverted alphas. That in itself is pretty contradictory. That we are introverted, right? But as alpha males, we refuse to make introversion the death of us. We refuse to make introversion a detriment or a weakness to us. We will use introversion to get to the top somehow. Get to the top of what? Not the hierarchy. Get to the top and master ourselves. Master our mind, master our body, master our inner world. There is something I always tell viewers. I tell viewers that alphas and sigmas, we are both dominant male archetypes. The nuance is the alpha is dominant external, while the sigma is dominant internal. Alpha is dominant external. They want to be dominant of the external world. They want to establish dominance over others, over other men. They want their value to be perceived. They want validation from the outside world. But sigmas, we are dominant internal. We do not compete on a hierarchical or the external world. We want to dominate internally. We want to dominate ourselves. We want to conquer our inner demons and establish our own empire in our mind, in our body, in our space. That's why dominant external, the alphas, they like hierarchies, because that is the battlefield. Those are the grounds from which to establish their dominance externally. Whereas us sigmas, we shun hierarchies. We do not like hierarchies because it doesn't make sense to us. It's a waste of time competing externally when our true pursuit in life is to dominate ourselves. The hierarchy lies within us. And this is the hierarchy that we want to conquer. And unless you understand that, you're never gonna win, you're never gonna truly feel confidence, you're always gonna feel like you're lacking something. Because if you lack something, the thing is, if you compete externally, you're lacking the self-appreciation, the self-gratitude, the self-validation. Let me tell you why extroverts appear confident. Extroverts naturally get their energy from the outside world. They get their energy from other people. They get their energy from outside validation and outside feedback. So you see extroverts acting a clown or doing things, or if they make jokes and other people laugh at them and they get that feedback, they get that response, they naturally get more energetic. They get more energy from that. That's where they draw their energy. And then naturally, as a result of that, of getting validation, of getting response, they increase their energy levels. And then what you see happening is that their confidence goes through the roof. And you're wondering, wow, that guy, you kind of admire them because you're like, wow, that guy looks to be increasing in confidence. Whereas if I do the same thing and people laugh at my jokes, my confidence just pretty much stays at the same place or probably starts going down because your batteries drain. As an introvert, your batteries drain when you're in the external world and you're with too many people, when you're bombarded with too much external stimuli, your energy levels go down, your battery is drained. Therefore, when you put yourself out there like an extrovert does, instead of your confidence going whoop like an extrovert does, your energy kind of goes down, and thus, because your energy goes down, the way you speak, the way you interact with others naturally loses energy. And when you lose energy, people are like, oh, what's going on with this guy? Like, I found him funny, and now his jokes are kind of getting a bit flat. You start to see that the response and the feedback you get kind of goes down. And so because everything is going down, your levels are going down, the response you get is going down, your confidence will also go down. And that's the thing, guys. This is where quiet confidence comes in. Quiet confidence is naturally a trait of introverts. It's more a trait of Sigma male characters, because Sigmas, we are introverted alphas, and being an alpha, being dominant internal, we are naturally apt to getting or to acquiring this quiet confidence. Now this is where introversion is a gift and a blessing, guys. Stick with me here. Probably you've never thought about this before. When you're born, in that scene of your birth, who is there? You, your mom, your dad, the doctors and the nurses, alright? When you die, who is there in that scene? You, your mom, your dad, the doctors and the nurses at your birth probably have already passed away. Therefore, the lesson is, from birth till death, the only constant entity that you are stuck with is you. People come and go, people are temporary, but the only person you get through life with is you. And as an introvert, where do you get your energy from? From being with yourself, right? Being alone with yourself, your energy goes up. And when you go out into the world and you intermingle with too much external stimuli, your energy kind of goes down. Thing is, that may look like a weakness, but when you look at it and the extrovert's point of view, extroverts, they need external stimuli in order to increase their batteries, to increase their energy. Therefore, when they go back home and they're all by themselves, their energy goes down. And so it's pretty sad to know that your energy, that staying by yourself, staying alone, drains your energy. That is really sad, guys. That is actually a big disadvantage that probably you guys have never considered. Because you always, whenever we go out, when you go out, that's pretty much the battlefield of the extroverts. When you go home and everyone goes home, you are naturally happy by yourselves, but the extroverts, they're like at the edge of their seat wondering when is the next time they're gonna go out and meet their friends again. You see, extroverts, they depend on external stimuli. Introverts, we depend on ourselves, and knowing that from birth till death, the only constant is you. You are your own sense of energy. You are your own generator of energy. That is a big advantage, guys. That is the gift of being an introvert. You don't need anything else. Everything that you need is within you. That's where quiet confidence comes in, because when extroverts work, they get energy. When extroverts go out, they get energy. But us Sigma males, when we go back into our house, we compete on the outside world. We have jobs or whatever. And when we go back home, we are gaining energy. we can still work because our energy kind of goes up, so we can still put our time, we can hustle extra hours at home. The thing with us sigmas, we are introverted alphas. Introverted alphas equals quiet confidence. If you're only introverted, you're most likely to be a beta, or you're most likely to be an omega, because introversion in itself could be a weakness, yes, in the real world, but a sigma, seeing that he's introverted, tells himself, all right, now what am I gonna do with it? So you're introverted, yes, we have established that. Now what are you gonna do about it? Are you gonna still compete on an extroverted battlefield and keep losing? Are you going to let that be the weakness and then you just totally give up on life and be a loser the rest of your life? Or are you gonna use that introversion and to find out, all right, introversion, it's a gift, not a weakness, it's a blessing. How can I use introversion as a special gift and as a blessing to get me things that extroverts cannot, being an extrovert? And that's the difference between a sigma and a beta who is introverted, or an omega that is introverted. A sigma uses and channels that introverted energy to his own benefit. And from there, he becomes an alpha. He dominates himself. Because when you stay home and you're alone, are you just gonna watch porn? Are you just gonna masturbate? Are you just gonna lounge around and sit and smoke a joint? Or are you going to actually work on yourself? Are you going to write those books? Are you gonna make those art, make that music? Are you gonna work on yourself, learn new languages? Because being alone, your energy goes up, right? So where are you spending that energy? Are you spending that energy in fruitful means, or are you spending that energy towards useless ends? And just that path, choosing which path to go, the right or the left, determines if you're going to end up to be a sigma, or it determines whether you're going to be a beta or an omega. And the more you achieve in life, the more languages you acquire, the more art you put out, the more music you put out, the better your body looks. You naturally know that you are conquering yourself, you're conquering your inner demons. And when you conquer internally, that is the pursuit of a sigma. We are dominant internal. The more you dominate yourself internally, the more confident you become. The stronger you feel, the more bass you put out in the world. When you walk around, there's constant boom, 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 boom. It's like a pulse. An alpha has to always talk, has to always establish his dominance. When he goes to a new hierarchy, he has to always puff himself out and talk a lot and establish, oh, I've done this, I've done that, I've done this, I've done that, to dominate externally. Us sigmas, that's not the case. Once we've dominated ourselves internally, it's quiet confidence from there on out. No matter what people say, no matter what people think about you, as long as you've got your back, as long as you know you've done the work, you are always going to be confident. And that is where quiet confidence comes in. It's a pulse. It's a constant thumping in your heart, a bass that goes out into the world. Boom, 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 boom. And nobody's going to faze you. No matter what the world throws at you, you're always going to keep your head held high. That is quiet confidence. When you know that you've conquered yourself, when you know that you've conquered your inner demons, you're dominant internally. That's the thing with us sigma males. That's where quiet confidence comes in. The thing is, you're so lucky to live in this generation, because this generation, we got the internet. You don't really have to put yourself out there as much as our previous generations had to. You can start your business from your own bedroom. You can write the book from your own bedroom. You don't have to even visit publishers anymore. You can just publish on Amazon. You see, this world, it's catering to you introverts already, probably because introverts have made it so. Introverts probably made Amazon, and introverts made Facebook. Introverts, we are shaping the world to our means. We are shaping the world to accommodate us more. And so living in this time in history where introverts are the leading, we are literally the spearhead of the human population. Why are you not taking it to full advantage? Therefore, let me end with this, guys. Introversion is a gift. Introversion is a blessing. And the difference between a sigma, who is an introverted alpha, and the others is that we are introverted, but we use introversion. And we see introversion as a gift. we use it to our own means, and we use it to compete the way that our extroverted brothers cannot. And that's it for me, guys. If you like this message and you got something out of it, do leave a like and comment your thoughts down below. I really want to know what you guys think about this. And if you haven't already, do consider subscribing to the channel. This is the channel for the powerful Sigma males, where we are not only lone wolves or tigers here, we are looking to become Kaijus, the true Sigma spirit animal. And with that, thank you very much for joining me, brothers. This is Kaiju Kong signing off. Take care.